Yo, what is up guys and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be on Brawl Ball. Some tips and tricks for you today guys and how to win every game in Brawl Ball. So first of all we're going to start off with some maps and comps, then move into some basic ideas, then we're going to move into some ball carriers and then some support brawlers, also some mids, and then we're going to finish off with a few more advanced tips that you guys are going to want to know. Let's get right into the video. Okay guys, so moving into the first section, there's a lot of Brawl maps to cover, so I'm just going to give you a quick overview, maybe 3 brawlers that are quite strong at every map. Let's get right into this. So first of all, backyard ball, so I'm straight away thinking Spike, Piper, Tara, great comp on that map. Next of all we have triple dribble, Tick is a great mid here, and then you can get a side like Spike, and also BB and Rosa are quite strong on this map. Next map's pinhole punt, Rosa and Poker are very strong here, also BB's very strong here. Sneaky fields, again Spike's really strong here, Rose really strong, a lot of grass, also Primo's really good if you want a ball carrier here, and mid you're looking for things like Bo, pretty strong here, as well as maybe 8-bit, I'm not really sure. Okay, so Super Stadium, Bo's quite a good mid here, also Jean and Poker good mids, so sides here you have things like your Primos, your Taras, your Spikes, really strong here. Okay, pinhole Dreams. Spike's a really good lane here, can hold lane, also that Tick, Barley are pretty good lanes here, El Primo as well, and Tara also very good. So mid you're looking for things like 8-bit, Rico, Brock, Piper on this map. Okay, center stage, so Rico's a really good side here, Spike's also very good, a lot of grass, Kerbal is brilliant on this map, Tara's really good, Rosa's good, Primo's good on that map. Did we just do center stage? Okay. We went to beach ball. Tick is a very good mid here. Poco, Tara, and Spike is another really good comp. Also, BB is very good there. Okay. Now to Sunny Soccer. Tick is a great mid on this map. Then you've got other brewers like Spike and Tara and BB that are great here. Also, Preem and Frank are pretty decent there. Okay, so moving to field goal. Haven't played this map much, but I can tell it's quite open. So going to be brawlers like Brock, Piper, maybe Spike, 8-bit, some of those longer range brawlers. Not going to be want to go in with the El Primos and Rose here. It's slightly too open for that. Okay, moving into. Okay, we've done that one. Post haste. Okay, so this map looks quite open again. Maybe you could see 8-bit mid, Piper mid, maybe Spike, Tara side. Yeah, something like that. Seems pretty good. Okay. Salam Slam. Okay, haven't really seen this map much, but it looks like the side's quite open. Spike's a great lane for pretty much every map in the game. Piper's going to be strong here. Also, maybe Frank might be quite good at BB because you can get control around there. Tara, as usual, pretty strong. Okay, course. Okay, it's just course. So Tick's quite good, has a lot of walls, but once they get broken it's not great. So gonna be brawlers like Piper, if you can break this walls, Piper's amazing here. Also brawlers like Mortis, there's a lot of grass. El Primo's great here, Spike's great here. 8-bit's pretty strong there. Okay, now for power shot. Piper's definitely great here, you can see there's a lot of open space in the beginning, right and down at mid lane. Spike can be a great side as well. Brock is going to be a great side. Tara's going to be pretty strong here. Primo's going to be pretty strong here. And that is the last map, guys. Let's move into the next part of the video. Okay, so now we're going to go quickly through some of the basics of Brawl Ball. So on most maps there's going to be 2 lanes and a mid, where that mid is going to be like a thrower mid or an open mid. But you are going to score 2 goals to win the game, or 1 if the 2-minute 30 time goes down and you're 1-0 up, you'll win the game. If nobody has scored or it's 1-1 after the 30 minutes, are going to go into a 30 or a minute overtime, I believe actually, and the first goal wins here. So we're also going to talk about the ball carriers that you can have. So the ball carrier is the person that you're going to want to carry the ball obviously and score those goals, which is super important in this mode obviously, because you need to score goals to win. So these ball carriers I'm going to be talking about are going to be Primo, Frank, Mortis, Shelly, Rosa, Daryl, Ball, BB, and I put BB in there with batting stance because with the 40% health, like damage decrease against enemies, it's absolutely amazing just walking the ball. Similar to Rosa with that stun, just ability to pop the ball off the wall and pop your super is incredibly strong, and you can just run it into the goal with that damage reduction. It is really, really strong. So my favourite ball carriers though, I would definitely say Primo is so fun to play as a ball carrier with the new star power. Meteor Rush that allows you to run so quickly. You can just lob the ball ahead of you, jump after it, and just dash it into the goal. That extra speed is absolutely brilliant. And also another one we talk about is Mortis, as a lot of fun to play. I know a lot of great Mortises that used to love playing Mortis in Brawl Ball. He did get slightly nerfed, but he's still a pretty good ball carrier and is definitely a lot of fun to play. So I definitely recommend trying him out if you haven't already. Dara is another one which can be used. If you're a very good Dara, you can score a lot of great goals. And yeah. Another one is Shelly. They've recently done a change to the way the walls work. Before, if you shot the ball at a wall and broke the wall, it would not go and it'd bounce off it. But they've recently changed it so it does not do that anymore. So that definitely makes some of these brawlers slightly stronger. Let's move to the next part. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk about was wall breakers, and wall breakers are absolutely so important to Brawl Ball and winning in Brawl Ball. Normally maps will have a little wall or like defensive boxes in front of their goal. This is one of the few maps in the game which doesn't actually have like that direct barrier in front of the wall, in front of the goal, but most maps will have this. Like 95% of maps will have this this wall, and as you can see on this map, it does have two walls, but they are not they're like to the side slightly, so you can't actually so you can still just shoot straight for the middle and score. So some of the best wall breakers that are going to be used to break these walls are going to be Bo, Piper, Brock, Primo, Frank, Shelly, Ball, and Colt. And I put Jean down there as well, just because when you get Jean's pull, you can actually pull someone through this wall and break it, just super helpful. And especially some of those maps like Backyard Ball, where it's a super long like defensive line of boxes and you really need to break it. That's really important. I definitely recommend having at least 2 strong wall breakers, or make sure you have like a ball carrier that you can score goals with, like a Primo or something. It's definitely really important. Okay, so now I'm going to move into some of the support type of brawls that are going to be good on pretty much every single Brawl Ball map. The first one that comes to me is Spike, which is my favourite brawler, and definitely going to be the best support in Brawl Ball in my opinion. He can pretty much be played on like any map, any mode, and yeah, he's just so strong right now, and he's so fun to play. Another one we're going to talk about is Tara. As you can see in this clip, I'm playing Tara. Tara is incredibly fun to play in Brawl Ball, and also I didn't put him down, but you can also break walls with Tara if you just suck someone right or super someone right onto the boxes. You destroy that box and it will break the cover and make it easier for you guys to score. So another one I put down is BB. This time I put BB down with the home run star power, so she can just run at people and put a lot of pressure on them. Really good support. Nita is a great support, fallen out of the meta recently, but is normally great on every Brawl map pretty much, except for some of the longer range ones. Now I put down Carl. Carl is especially great on the longer range maps, where he's going to be able to counter some of those the long range brawlers that do seem to come up on those maps more than others. So let's move to the next part of the video. So the next thing we're going to talk about is mids that are going to be great in Brawl Ball. For this map, as you can see, it's quite closed mid, so you're going to find brawlers like Tick and the other throwers pretty strong on these kind of maps with like, kind of like the walls in the middle, because obviously these throwers can just throw over the walls and do crazy damage to opponents. But normally mids are going to be brawlers like Piper, Jean, Bo, 8-bit, those kind of long range brawlers that can really, they're just really strong, really high damaging. They can really make a really big impact into the game. So now we're going to move on to some of the advanced tips that I've thought of, and the first one would be keeping control of the ball. The ball is the most important thing in Brawl Ball, as it is what you get your goals with. So I definitely recommend having the ball under some kind of control during the game, where this is in the corner and you guys defending the ball, or just one of your players holding it, your ball carrier holding it, or just having control of the ball is so important. If you have control of the ball, you can never score, well, they can never score, and you always have the opportunity to score if you team wipe them, say, or manage to get a few kills. So As you can see here, we actually missed that, but we did have the ball then, so we did actually manage to create a chance. If they had the ball then, I doubt we would have created the chance. Nice pass up to Drage. He does manage to score, so I had to point out it was a great goal there from me and Drage. Great little play then. The next thing I really want to bring up is the overtime. As you know, once the 2 minutes delay has passed, the game will go into overtime, and that is essentially a minute where you have to score, otherwise the match is going to end in a draw. First one to score wins it. The most important thing I would say is to get your super. Normally you don't want to waste your super on anything but a shot. You can normally score if there's one person in the goal and you have your super, so definitely look out for that. Because if there's only one person, obviously all the walls break in overtime, which I don't think I mentioned before, which is obviously really important. So yeah, you kind of, if there's one person in the goal, you just have to pick a side and wait for them to move the other side and then shoot in that side you were aiming at in the first place. So another thing that I want to talk about is just generally keeping control in Brawl Ball. If you have control of your goal and they can't really do anything. Let me just put a game on real quick. Okay, so another tip that I want to make sure you guys know is how important it is to break the walls. On this map it's not that important, but on 95% of the maps, as I said, you are going to have those walls in front of right in front of the goal, and you are going to need to break those walls. So it's so important to have a wall breaker unless you feel like you can score. Otherwise, I definitely recommend having at least one wall breaker on every comp that you run. Whether it's a weak wall breaker like Tara or Jean that's only going to break 1 or 2 walls, to like the strongest wall breakers, which are like say Piper, Frank, Primo, Colt, Shea, the ones that can break like 10 boxes or more in one super. So yeah, I definitely recommend having at least like a soft wall breaker just to break those walls and make sure makes it super easy for you guys to score. Like for example on Backyard Ball, there's obviously that long line of defensive boxes, and that it is so important to break those boxes to win. It's super hard to score if you don't break them, and you need to break them really to score, unless you get really lucky and manage to teamwork them. So I can't stress enough how important it is to have a wall breaker on your team. Okay guys, so that is going to be the end of the video. I hope you guys loved the video. Definitely be sure to like, comment and subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.